Let's go.
Skip to the 9-minute mark if you want to just the Uber stuff. Thanks.
So today, to say the last week's been weird would be a complete understatement. So day one of my, I guess basically 5-day quarantine is today. Still don't feel great. I just want to basically listen. Okay, we're going to get into the Uber stuff, but I also want to share with you guys. You know, you guys share. I share with what happened. I share with you. I got foggy brain. I share with you guys like what happens in my day. Obviously, I'm not working right now because of the positive Rona test I got yesterday. So, that sucks. But I want to give you guys my perspective and thinking a lot the last couple days and what could I have done differently and blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, I'm not like, sitting over here tripping. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. The world hasn't ended. I'm going to be okay, right? I'm going to be okay. So, but you tend to look back like, man, should I have taken it more seriously? Should I have not gone to Florida? Should I, But I found out a lot of things in the last 36 hours. So let's unpack that, and then we're going to get into the Uber story, so stick around. And if you're new here, my name's Pedro DoorDash Santiago. I do daily content. I usually do ride-alongs with Uber, mostly DoorDash, to give you guys tips, tricks, how to find hidden tips, how to bet on new secos one day at a time. But if you watch any of the newer videos, it's been really different, but I got so many videos. Just look at the archives. You can get a tune and kind of abreast of what we do here. And if you like what we do here, hit the red subscribe button. It's all good. So let's unpack. I'm not going to go too far back because a lot of you guys that are watching this are loyal and I don't want to be repetitive. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not feeling great. You guys know that. Probably not going to work this week. I do want to share some news with you guys in hopes that you have, in hopes that it could help you if this happens to you, because I feel like it's going to start happening to more and more people, and that's what I'm hearing. So Ruby got tested positive today. We had to take it to her doctor. The doctor, and I know that's going to be a big shock to a lot of you guys that I even mentioned that. But I'm mentioning it because the doctor was like, yeah, all these kids I see now have it. Parents are bringing their kids in, they have a cough, blah, 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 a little bit of a fever, they're getting tested, they test positive. She said, like, don't worry about it. She was very like, it's not a big deal. And this is a pediatrician that's like, well known in St. Louis. Like she's phenomenal. Anyways, I bring that up because it seems like, us going to Florida we could have gotten it there. It's hard to really say. People in St. Louis are getting it. People all over the country are getting it. It's a different strain, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving advice. But I'm sharing my experience with you guys, my family's experience, so that you can just understand kind of where we're coming from. This channel is I show you guys since the beginning of this journey. Hey, these are my days. This is my day. So I'm sharing it with you guys. So Ruby's fine. She's good. She had a little bit of a fever the other day. But Ruby is fine. The doctor had no concerns. This is very common. The doctor even told us that, like, she didn't use these exact words, but like, a lot of people are going to get it. Some people are going to be affected more than others, obviously, but a lot of people are going to get it. And this one isn't as, anyway, I'm not going to give medical advice, but I'm sharing with you what we were told. Ruby's good. So, but initially we felt like super guilty. You feel like a bad parent. You're supposed to protect your kids, right? And then you kind of realize that you can't protect your kids from everything. You can't protect yourself from everything. I look back, what could I have done? Could I have done this better, that better? I'm not somebody that lives my life in fear, or like, I'm not somebody that tends to over worry about things. I do what I do. That's just kind of my thing. But to find that out today sucked. I would be lying if it wasn't And that's not great news, right? Even if it doesn't matter, whatever word you want to call it, right? If your baby that's almost 6 months old gets a cold, a flu, a this or that, whatever you want to call it, it's not great to hear as a parent. I think we can all agree on that. But she's going to be good, and the doctor seemed very like, hey, it's happening, it's common, she's going to be okay. So we felt really good about hearing that. So I didn't go to the appointment because I have a positive test. Madison went. Madison's good. So it's just weird how all this has happened. So I say that for a couple reasons before we get into the Uber story. We're going to get into that. Hey, if anything you can learn from my mistakes or what I've done well, hey, listen, maybe there were some things, maybe if I didn't go to Florida, maybe if I did other things differently, I wouldn't be out of work right now and I'd be making money, because right now I'm not making money. I'm not making money on the gig apps. So what would you do if you I'm going to be going on basically, I got paid today. Last week I made $130, okay? So when I get when next Tuesday comes around, I'll make $0, right? What would you do? Something happened, whatever it is, health-wise, right? And you couldn't work and you made $0. Gig apps don't offer us any protection. Something to think about. That's what I want you guys to think about today. I'm not offering medical advice. I'm not a doctor. Unless you're a doctor or a scientist, you can put your opinions in the comments. But unless you're a doctor or a scientist, it is only opinion, right? But we are entitled to opinions, and everybody's got them. You can leave one down below. I'm not gonna delete any comments. I'm not gonna, I might respond back. But everybody's entitled to their opinion about what's going on, how I handled it, how you would have handled it. Appreciate all the love and support you guys are giving me in the comment section, in the emails, the few text messages I've gotten. You guys have been very, very kind to me and my family. And I just want to let y'all know I'm going to be fine. I feel very confident in that. I feel a little bit better. I woke up today. Now, I've been in bed all day, babe. This is like the first thing I'm really doing. I'm not going anywhere, obviously. But hopefully I'll feel even better tomorrow. But I'm pretty positive about it. This is very common, it seems, right now. So, taking it day by day. That was a lot. I didn't even want to talk about this that long. I probably bored you guys, but that's what's going on. That's what's in my mind. Just being raw with you guys, being transparent, being real, because that's what this channel's been about since day one. So now let's talk a little bit about Uber, the gig stuff. If you guys got any other questions about whatever, put them in the comments below. If you don't want to put them in the comments, you can hit my email. I've been getting a lot of those lately. Channel's really, we always have good growth, but the last week it's been weird. I haven't done any ride-alongs, and all the videos are doing really well. And like the sub count's double what it usually is. Really strange, but I guess the algorithm just likes me this week. I have no idea how to explain it. So we're getting a lot of comments and I'm getting a lot of emails. But if you want to reach out, if I can, I'm not promising, but if you got questions or whatever, or concerns or whatever, just hit me up. Okay, let's get into Uber. I'm going to read. I'm going to put some split screens and I'm going to read some stuff real quick. Okay, so this was sent to me by somebody yesterday in my phone. This is another local St. Louis driver. I'll leave his name out, but you know who you are. And I immediately kind of went into my app. I was just laying around. That's all I'm doing now. I got a lot of free time. And I went to see if it was in my app, and it was. Okay, so Uber has something called Crew. And I'm going to pull it up here. And I'm going to go step by step with you what I did. I'm going to give you my opinion on it. So I'm going to put a split screen here. It says Crew. So when you go to your Uber app, if you tap on the inbox, and you'll have certain inbox messages from Uber. This is one of them. And it says, amplify your feedback. How can I work with my crew member? Crew members are your local spokespeople that are available to meet with you, raise your concerns to Uber decision makers, and collaborate with us on features and improvements. Got feedback? ? Your crew member holds office hours regularly and would like to hear from you. To speak with them, book a 15-minute time slot. And then it says, book a time slot. Let's go down the rabbit hole. Okay, so some of you might be saying, Pedro, hold up. This video, where are you going with this video? You're talking about this, you're not feeling good, your baby's got this, but she's okay. Now you're talking about Uber. That's what's happening today. So, Uber Crew. Okay, let me unpack it. So Uber has selected representatives in different markets across the nation that do rideshare or delivery. So these are drivers to be our spokesperson in that region to collaborate with somebody like me in St. Louis. So if I have questions, concerns, whatever, I could talk to that person directly and in hopes that they would report it to the powers that be at Uber. You follow? So amplify your voice. Connect with your crew member. Crew members are drivers and delivery people in your state selected to speak on your behalf. Crew members will meet with drivers and delivery people to listen and gather feedback about your experiences. Meet with drivers? Meet or just talk? Share that feedback and collaborate with Uber on ways to improve your overall experience. Okay. In their area, okay. Work closely with decision makers at Uber to help inform and improve new products. Okay. Uber Crew only works with your participation. Take a moment to connect with your crew member and share your feedback by selecting the state you drive in below. So then you select the state. So I did that. I select Missouri. And then it pops up. It has a picture of the person and their name and a way to contact them or book a consultation. So first I'm going to show you what it showed me. Select the day in January. It says no times in January, view next month. Now, many of you guys in the comments section, when I put it on the community post yesterday, and in the little short I did, said that, yeah, you can't select the time. So they're booked already. So there's that much of a demand to contact somebody to probably just complain. Me, I wouldn't just complain. I reached out to, the person's name is Shannon Taylor. This is public. This is now, I mean, she put her information out there, so I feel comfortable saying her name. Even has a picture here. Shannon Taylor is my representative in my market. I wasn't able to book, and I didn't try to book, but I did. There's an option. I believe it says, and I'll put a screen here. Your request has been sent successfully. Shannon Taylor will contact you as soon as possible. So I put in my contact information, and there's a little area you could put in. And I basically just said, hey, my name is Pedro Santiago. I'm a local driver in St. Louis. I do it full time. I do Uber and DoorDash, just so you know. I also have a YouTube channel, and I help drivers with the gig apps. And I'd love to have a conversation with you about this new crew movement. Or I didn't say movement, but crew program. And I'm waiting to hear back. Haven't heard back yet. I haven't checked my email in the last couple hours, but since 2 hours ago, I haven't heard anything. And if I hear something, I'm going to share that with you guys. And maybe she'll even want to do an interview. I don't know. But best case scenario, maybe we get her on here and she can talk about how she got on the platform, how she got on it, what she thinks the changes could be, what has she told Uber, what are other drivers saying. Worst case, she gets back to me. She says no, but then I book a 15-minute consultation. Okay, so that's that. Now let's unpack what I really feel about the program so far. So I'll say this, it's giving me vibes and similarities of the DoorDash Council, right? And but the one difference and what I really like about this actually is you see somebody, their face, their name. You see that you could book a consultation, even if it's not this month, maybe it's next month. You can contact them, and it says that they'll contact you back. I have to believe that there'll be something. It could be a real PR-based response, autofill response from Shannon. I don't care. A response is a response. I'm good with what I'll take with what I can get right now. But on the surface level and on paper, it seems like it's a good idea. You want to have, and I've talked about this with DoorDash. They should have. I told DoorDash I can get you 100 people, and I got 100 people with DoorDash. I'm still waiting on your response. I'll send another email next week, and from different markets across the country to help the platform. Uber's trying to do something similar. So I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that because I've already had this idea. And I know these big companies have these ideas and it takes a while to implement them, so it's all good. Anyways, okay, me reeling in. So is this just a PR stunt? Is there going to be actual listening going on? This is what I think about the 15-minute thing. And initially, it's cool. Like, okay, yeah, let's have a conversation. I'm interested to see what this would be like, how responsive she would be, like, just whatever. But to not even be able to get in, it's the first week basically or so of January, and all the slots are filled up. Seems a little weird, but there's a lot of drivers, right? So it is what it is. One person for a whole region, probably not enough either, right? How many emails did she get? A couple hundred? I don't know. Be my guess, right? A few hundred. So the fact that you can't get in, but 15 minutes. This video, I'm already way past 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not a long conversation to have with somebody if it's going both ways. So if I talk for 5 minutes and they're listening, they should do more listening than talking. Then they talk for another 2 or 3. Now we're at 8. We'll call it 8 minutes. I talk for another 2 or 3. We're at 11 minutes. We got 4 minutes left. They respond. We got 1 minute left, and then it's a bye. And then I ask, hey, what now? What? And then conversation's over. 15 minutes doesn't seem like an amount of time to really get anything done. That's my opinion. But that could be just the initial conversation as well. And then if it's really some good things and they're hearing a lot of the same things, I'm sure she would probably then pick a few people, and then maybe it goes from there. I have no idea, but I'm going to try to find out for you guys. And if you guys find out, you guys let me know so we can talk about it within the community. So I think it's an interesting idea. Appreciate the person that showed this to me. I would have seen it eventually. Haven't heard anybody else talk about it. And you guys know me. I like to give you guys in real time, when things happen, whether somebody talked about them or not. I haven't seen anybody else talk about it. So I think you could say you might have heard it here. One of the first people to say something. I love to hear other people's opinions on this. What do you guys think? I like to be a pretty optimistic guy. I'm not that pessimistic. I'm not. I think change can be made situationally if there's enough people that put forth the effort. And I will say this, and I've said it in videos before. Everybody has time. I don't care who you are, and I'll debate anybody on this. Every human being on the face of this earth has time for something if it is important to them. So if the gig apps are important, and safety is important, and pay is important, and if you feel like you're not being heard, if you think the app is great, if you think the app is trash, if you're grateful that you can use the app because you lost your job last year, whatever the reason is that you want to have these conversations with Uber or DoorDash or whoever, if it's important to you, you have time. Everybody has time. You're watching this video right now, and I'm extremely grateful. I'm humbled that you're watching me, a slightly uneducated, ignorant, extremely opinionated, ranty guy from the Midwest. You're watching my YouTube channel. You know what? That means a lot to me. But you could actually do something else and not watch this. That proves my point. Everybody has time. That's one of the challenges for you guys today as well. If something is important to you and you don't feel like it's being taken care of, hey, what's your solution to the issue? What's your solution to the problem? Have you sent enough emails? Have you contacted this person, that person? Or are we all just complaining sometimes? That's an individual, personal decision, and only we can individually answer that question. I've already rambled too much, but everybody has time, and I think we could all agree on that. And if it's not important, we can just complain here and there in the comments, make a video. That's fine as well. That's all right. Free speech, right? So put in the comments below, what do you guys think? Is this going to be something that's good? Is Uber on to something? Just yesterday I said they're joining the clown show. I think these companies are grasping at straws. Sometimes I think it's really funny where they find the people that make these decisions. These are educated college people with degrees in law and business, right? And I feel like sometimes they have no sense of reality of the common man and woman. And it's hilarious to me. And I think they need, and I'm not saying they don't, I think they need more of the average Joe. They need more of the average Joe's voice in some of the decision making. Doesn't mean we make the decisions, but they got to have somebody like myself in that room with them just to call out their crap or give a different perspective. I'm not saying they don't have that, But if they do, it doesn't seem like they're listening to these people. What do you guys think? You guys are fantastic. This week's been crazy. I will say this: it started off not how I expected, but it is what it is, and I'm feeling still good. I still feel strong. I still feel like this year is going to be better than last year, and last year was absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the best years of my life. Considering everything, it was still one of my best years of my life. In 2022, I'm going to build on that, and this is just a small little hiccup in that road and a speed bump in that road, and I'm looking forward to continuing to do this with y'all, and that's all I got. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't know what video it will be, but I'm sure DoorDash, Uber, somebody will do something crazy, and it'll give me something to talk about. See you guys tomorrow.